So this just came in today. It's a 1/6 scale Doctor Doom. It's made by S Hero, so it's a third party. So it's not like Hot Toys or a licensed product. It's out of China, I believe. I ordered it through Giant Toy. I've gone through them many times for third party things and never had any problems. Shipping was nice. It came, relatively quick considering it came from China, but they give you pretty good boxes, these black corners to protect it. And inside it was covered in this, and the outside of the box was covered in this almost like waterproof material. So, you compare shipping from Sideshow. Sideshow shipping's not cheap. This was free shipping from China. And so I've been collecting Hot Toys here for a while now. But before I got into Hot Toys, I had told myself I would start collecting these types of figures if they ever made a Doctor Doom, a Kang, a Mysterio, or a Riddler. Those are four of my favorite villains. Of course, I prefer comic accurate stuff, but Hot Toys doesn't do too much comic stuff. It's all licensed stuff. And so I got the Mysterio, of course, from Hot Toys. I have the King on pre-order, which is close to comic accurate. And I have Riddler on order through Mars Toys, also through Giant Toy. But this Doom, I can't understate how excited I am to have this. This figure, I've wanted a 6 scale Doom for probably 10 years plus. And here he is. So I'm just going to show you the box a little bit. I've opened him and just looked at the figure for a moment. I wanted to try and share my surprise and my excitement with you guys. On the side of the box, you get this nice Doom Monarch 1/6 scale collectible figure. And on the top and bottom of the box, you get this cool, almost like old school looking Doom with the hands. Almost looks like a metal tongue sticking out. And it says Doom around the whole thing. Almost like a Jack Kirby looking art. And the back of the box is just black. So let me kind of open this thing up. It's not going to be easy here on this table. I don't have the best setup. Just give me 1 second while I open this thing up. Try and do this where you guys can see it somewhat. The box is really thick. Very nice for a third-party box. Yeah, so it comes with a foam cover, and this foam cover is really thick. It's like 4 layers of foam, probably about inch and a quarter thick. So good protection for a third party. So here is Doom. I'm not sure what this is. The Elemental. I'm not really sure what this thing is. I haven't looked at it, but whatever. If you notice here, it's not metal. It is plastic, which I didn't expect metal. But it looks good. It looks like metal. The gold really pops. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but the gold's really a yellow gold. And if you notice, his head is off. And I kind of freaked out thinking, oh crap, his ball joint is either broken or it just didn't come on right. But real quick, here's the Victor Von Doom head sculpt. I won't be displaying him with this, but he has 2 different masks, kind of like a Kirby-esque mask, and then kind of a more modern day mask. And I believe the masks are magnetic. The Kirby ones, I have issues with trying to keep it on. And I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, this is a pretty cool looking Victor Von Doom. I mean, he's got issues, which is why he wears the mask. So let me set this down and take the figure out and kind of show him. I haven't even taken him out yet. But as you can see here, he has the cloak. There's no wire. There's no wire. So not a huge deal. It'd be nice if he had the wire. We'll see how it lays though. And then he has like the fake fur, the wool, which I believe is removable. But one thing that's neat, you notice here, there's no ball joint. This is actually magnetic. The head is magnetic, which kind of surprised me for a third party. And it's pretty solid. it sits on there pretty good. So that is pretty cool. So you can, turn his head. This doesn't, the neck joint does not move. So it's all in this. So you don't, because the magnet's so strong, you don't get a lot of crazy tilt. You can turn his head sideways, look down a little bit, look up a little bit, but because of that magnet being so strong, it sits there. Which, for Doom, just doing something subtle like that would be enough. Let's see what he looks like with the cloak on. So this is where I haven't had time to mess with this at all, but I'm gonna definitely have to play with it. It would be nice if it was wired, because then you could really kind of have a dramatic look. But yeah, I mean, you can probably get this thing to lay. It'll look better when the mask is on. But some detail on these buttons. Or not buttons, whatever this is. The camera makes them look darker, but they are very yellow, a yellow gold. They're plastic, but it's a very yellow gold. The chainmail here is actually fabric, and then this is all plastic. But you can see details in the armor, which is really nice. This is can kind of spin around. And you notice his hands, almost like Iron Man. These have green in them. And then the belt, nice and thick. It's not necessarily a D like you see sometimes for Doom, but it's pretty awesome. And he's got a holster. Oh, the gun is actually in the holster. It looks like that's not magnetic. It looks like it actually buckles. So I don't know that I'm going to be taking that out right now. I'm not going to pose him with his gun. But yeah, I mean, the joints feel good. The joints are nice. Yeah, they're really nice. I have to figure out this armor because it's been turned around in the package. Looks like his whole arm has been turned around. I got to figure out how the armor is supposed to go. I think like, boy, you can play with it quite a bit, but yeah, he's got pretty good range for an armored figure. Ball hinge wrists. Armor's definitely got some, it's tough with the arm because of that, but you can get him to go out, almost all the way, almost a 90. I don't think he's got, he does have butterfly, but because there's armor behind here, there's armor behind the actual suit here, so you can't really move it too much. And then going down here, oh, mine's gotten bent. Fabric's been kind of twisted over, but underneath here, again, it's just a fabric. It looks like chainmail. If you don't touch it, you might think it's actually chainmail, but it is a fabric piece. And then these knee joints, I got to play with this armor. It's been twisted in the packaging. These knee pieces stick way out. You can see that there. But his, he can go almost a full 90. And the joints are really tight. I worry about that with third-party figures. You can just see the ball peg in here, ball hinge, but pretty good. I mean, for an armored figure, pretty good ankle rocker. No toes articulation, which is fine with me. Not good for a figure this size. Man, this is really cool. And then the cape, I don't know how to best describe this material. If you happen to have the Mythos Obi-Wan Kenobi 6 scale figure from Sideshow, this material is exactly like Obi-Wan's. It feels really nice. There's no wire in it, which is okay. This drape's okay. You're not gonna be able to get your flowing, pictures though, with a wired cape like you would. But it does drape and sit nice. This fur, like I said, comes off, I believe, but I'm probably gonna leave it on. I've always wanted a Doom with that fur, and he looks really cool with it. Now let me show you the masks real quick. Trying to get that to stay. I'll just set Doom back here for a second. Victor. So there's two mask faceplates, and here is the first one. And like I said, this is as Kirby as you can get. This is like, as a kid, Secret Wars was the big thing, and I had the Doctor Doom Secret Wars figure, and this feels like that. It brings a lot of nostalgia to me. But it's supposed to be magnetic, I think, or a friction fit. I can't tell. But the way I may have to use some heat on this mask because it doesn't want to stay on. If you can see that gap there, let me take the head off. There's a gap here. Yeah, it just doesn't, you see how it wants to push back there, but it won't. It's just not staying on. So I don't know what I need to do. I might be doing something wrong. But I mean, it's on, but it's scary. So I don't know. I may have to heat this thing up and then put it on his face. It does have some pliability to bend open, but I don't want to break it. I don't know where there would be magnets in this thing. There's definitely magnets. Somewhere there's magnets, but it's just not a good fit. And that bums me out because this is the mask I want to use. I may have to use some silly tack, whatever that stuff's called. Putty tack, tacky putty to hold it on, maybe. But if we get the more modern mask out, here's the modern mask, and that looks really good too. Look at that. Move Doom over here a little bit. He stands really well, by the way. That mask looks awesome. Now this one, I believe, just completely like clicks on. Yeah, I mean, that sticks on good. It's definitely magnetized. And I can't really get, but you can see his eyes. And his eyes are a little high in the hole, so he really looks very evil. Looks awesome. And this mask has got some, inscription on it, whatever they call that. Very cool looking. So if we put him on, put his head on, let me put the hood on. Boy, this hood's really big. It's like a Jedi cloak. It's supposed to be over his head a little bit. I'll have to play with it, but you get the idea here. With this wool in the way, it's kind of making the cloak be kind of weird. But something like this. Yeah, I can't get that thing to sit right. It's going to definitely take some tweaking. But you get the idea here of what Doom could look like. Man, really cool figure. He stands really good. I can't say that enough. His feet are flat. I mean, I almost feel like I could not use a stand and he would never fall on me. It's really cool. Some of the hands, I'm not really big in showing all the hands, but just so you guys can see, you got a gripping hand and he's got that green, like he's gonna fire a blast, which is really cool. And then you got a couple that have holes for effect pieces to go in. Like this one's almost like an Iron Man, like he's firing a blast. And then another, this would be a good one. This might be the goblet holding hand, actually. There's a goblet. I haven't got to the second layer yet. Again, another gripping hand with that green. It's almost looks like a gem. Some type of like green, something or other. Now this one doesn't have anything green. This is the trigger finger hand for the gun, if you want to use the pistol. I've never been big on Doom and his pistol. It's a cool look on his belt, but Doom is beyond pistols. So this is the thickness of the top layer. Look how thick that is. Excellent job in the packaging. I'm really impressed for a third party. I've never had a S-Hero figure ever, so this is all new to me. Now in here, holy cow. This goblet, check this goblet out. It's an upside down skull. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I mean, Doom wouldn't have it any other way, right? That is awesome. So if we get the goblet holding hand, where is that thing at? I think it's this guy right here. I have to figure out how to do it. Yeah. Oh, it even has little gems, little jewels. You know, they're painted, but little jewels around the bottom part of the goblet. So here's Doom, you know, toasting to world domination. Oh, it's like this. Yeah, it's like that. He holds it like that. Oh my gosh. I mean, the fact that he has a goblet blows me away. Now here's his book. Mine's kind of warped a little bit. It's kind of like a hard rubber. But, you know, the mystic side of Doom, if you're into that. This is a book here. It's got, you know, intricate details. A skull here. It's like a bronze color. The camera's actually picking up pretty much what it looks like. Very cool though. So you can have him holding this book as well. One of these fingers holds the book. I think it's this guy right here. Yeah, one of these. You can hold the book like he's, you know, reading out of it, taking on Doctor Strange or something like that. And then they give you one effect piece. And I guess it's designed to go in the hand like that. So he's like almost like Emperor Palpatine style. It's really a dark green. It's not very translucent, which it'd been cooler, I think, if it was translucent. The camera's actually picking up pretty close to what it is. It's a little bit brighter green than the camera, but I mean, it's cool they added this effect piece. It's very rubbery, so you know you're not going to break it if you bend it a little bit. But it's not. He's not going to be holding his hand up to do this. He's going to be kind of holding out, which is actually kind of cool. So let's see if I can pull one of these hands off and just do that. I don't know how easy it is to pull these hands off. Yep, there went his head. Let me take this out. I hate doing this stuff on camera, but you know, at the same time, you guys get to see. Oh boy, it's all falling apart now. It has armors falling off, which is kind of cool. You can take these pieces off one by one, I guess. But if I can just get this hand on, man. Okay, there's the hand. It's disturbing he has no head now. Okay, and we put this in like a so. It's almost like he's kind of like, I need to get him a fist over here and bend his arm like he's, you know, pulling old palps here. Yeah, I definitely won't be displaying him with this, but you can kind of get the idea of Doom, you know, firing this off. So, I mean, it's all right. Not my favorite effect. I'm definitely going to have probably the goblet in one hand and then a fist raising up, you know, a complete Doom pose. Let's put this back up because I think he looks goofy with his hood down. All these movies, the Fantastic Four movies with his hood down, just ugh. I won't talk about those movies. Yeah, I'm hoping Marvel gets back at it, and they incorporate Fantastic Four, and it's something. I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan, and Doctor Doom, and I would love to see Doom be in the MCU, you know, be close to this look, you know, how he would look in the comic, and then they hit the Fantastic Four, they get the right actors and actresses for those roles. So here's the stand. Actually, I gotta say this. So you know, a picture of Doom's mask, and it says Doom. What's cool about this is it's kind of marked up a little bit, unfortunately. But what's cool about this is typically with these third party, they'll say the name of the character. You know, they can't say Doctor Doom, so they say Doom Monarch. But what's cool about this is this just says Doom. So that works. They didn't have the Doctor, which is fine, but it says Doom. And so it's not some kind of weird thing like Doom Monarch. That's cool. And I use the base because I don't trust my figures not falling. And then it's a crotch grabber, which is fine. You know, Doom can fly, but I want him standing. Again, holding his, his fist up and then holding the goblet in the other hand is what I'm gonna do. So, man, anyway, this is just, it's really cool. As far as, he does have some articulation in his waist. Upper body, no. And I think this comes off, but boy, I sure am afraid to try it on camera. This is the first time I play with this figure, so I don't want to chance it. Taking this, the full wool. It's not real wool, obviously, but it looks good. I mean, it looks like a wolf pelt or something. It's got some black and white and gray. It feels really supple. It's very nice. Again, the material with the cape, and it drapes so good. I know I like wired capes, but at the same time, if this was wired, it wouldn't drape good. It'd be, how it is with wired capes. But you can't do a wind-blown pose. That's the only downside without having it wired. But regardless, not many people probably have this figure or are going to be displaying this figure for people to see on YouTube or wherever. But I wanted to kind of show you guys. Is it Hot Toy quality? It's not far from it, I think. I own quite a few Hot Toys. And I think the plastic is definitely not the highest quality plastic. I can bend some of this, but at the same time, it's not going to break on me. This is not going to break. It's bendy. So you won't have to worry about breaking any of this. And it looks like a suit of armor. I mean, it really does. It looks like a suit of armor. Look at those etchings throughout all of this. Super cool. So I'll probably, I don't really do a lot of YouTube posts, but I'll probably put this on YouTube. Too big to fit on Instagram, but I'll definitely take some pictures and post them because this, I'm going to have a field day taking pictures with this guy. I just wish this mask could fit on better because this is the mask I want to use. Man, it just doesn't want to stay on. That is too bad. I mean, there, it's kind of, I just feel like it's going to drop. It's going to fall any second. But you can go a little higher with it. It's going to take some definite work with the cloak, the cover here, because it's really big. And I think because of this faux fur, it's really making it hard to drape how it normally would on his shoulders. But anyway, man. So this is Doom Monarch from S Hero. He's still available. I got him on Giant Toy for $2.29, which, man, for what this figure is and what he comes with, I think that's a great deal. I really do. And the quality to me is up there. The joints are tight. The joints are, in my opinion, Hot Toy quality tight. Very solid. He is solid. He is not going to fall. And again, all these different, accessories you get. It'd be cool if he would have had some type of like other effect piece as well, maybe to go along with his book. But it's all right. That's everything. So yeah, I'll take some pictures. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did you guys order this? Are you going to order it? If you like Dr. Doom, I have a 6 scale figure. There's not many choices out there. I think Sideshow had like a bigger version, right? A couple years ago, and they have like some type of maquette right now, but it's like $700, $800. This is $229 for a 6 scale figure that really, comes with a lot of accessories. Now there's a chair. If you look at the pictures online for this figure, there's a chair they made. And I found a website online, people talking about the chair. And it sounds like the creators here weren't sure how to be able to ship the chair without it being damaged. What I don't know is if it's made out of just vinyl or a resin, or if it's like polystone. I hope it's not polystone because the cost would be too much. But if you get a chance to look online, look at the picture of the throne this guy comes with, or they have for him. And man, if that throne becomes available, I'm definitely going to get it. And he will be sitting on the throne with the goblet in his hand, toasting to world domination, as only Doom would do. So again, let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of rambling here, but I'm just really excited. I've been waiting for a 6-scale Doom for, like I said, about 10 years. I missed out in the quarter scale one some years ago that Sideshow had. At that time, I wasn't collecting stuff that expensive, and it was a dream. But now this has become a reality, having a 6-scale Doom figure, and I can't wait to kind of, get these armor pieces where they need to go, and then pose this guy up and just, man, I'm so excited about this figure. I'm more excited about this figure than I am for probably the majority of the Hot Toys figures I've gotten. And I've got some ones I like. I love the Mysterio, Spider-Man, the Mando stuff. A lot of that stuff I love, but this is just, this has got a lot of nostalgia for me because I grew up as a Fantastic Four fan of the comics, and Doom is one of my favorite Marvel villains. So I'm ecstatic at having this. As far as the color, sometimes you see Doom drawn with a bright green. This is definitely, the camera's picking up what the color looks like. It's like a drab olive. It might be a little bit more green in real life than the camera, but it's close. It's very drab. Like I said, this material feels almost like a suede. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Again, if you happen to have the Sideshow Collectibles Obi-Wan Kenobi Mythos 6-scale figure, it's that same type of material as Ben's cloak. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you like Dr. Doom, I would definitely say get this figure. I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's not a lot of options again until probably the MCU makes one and Hot Toys finally makes a Doom. We're not going to get one from somewhere else like that. Maybe Sideshow. Sideshow makes comic characters once in a while, but we got years going here and there's been nothing. So this is really the only option. And there's another option, which I also have pre-ordered. It is, and I forget what it's called now, but it was a what if, I believe. What if Tony Stark became Dr. Doom? And so it's the same figure pretty much, but with the maroon and gold, like Iron Man suit. And I think it has a arc reactor, and the face is actually Robert Downey Jr. So I have that one in pre-order, and that's going to be cool. I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, I got him in pre-order, third party. I also have the Riddler from the 66 show, Frank Gorshin, my favorite Riddler. That's through Mars Toys. I've seen a few videos about Mars from that Joker, the Cesar Romero Joker. So if you're okay with third-party stuff and you don't care about, licenses and stuff like that, it doesn't bother you, there's some really nice third-party stuff out there. And like I said, I've used Giant Toy for years now and never had any problems. In fact, the Kingpin I got from the Spider-Man game, he came with 2 left feet. And I was like, oh gosh, I'm never going to get the correct foot. I emailed Giant Toy, said, hey, I got 2 left feet, took a picture, showed them. Within a couple of weeks, they had sent me a right foot. So I think that was Susu Toys maybe, or I don't know who that was to make Kingpin. But, I don't always trust some of these, overseas companies, but I've had no problem with Giant Toy. So again, if you want to order something, that I would say, go with them. I've never been disappointed. Always get my figures. Everything has been shipped fine, nothing damaged. And yeah, so anyway, we're at 30 minutes. Holy cow. Sorry for rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think of Doom Monarch from S-Hero.